Genesis chapter 18 verses 23 through 33. Abraham's intercession for Sodom. BC 1898. And Abraham drew near, and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy, and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked. And that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 45, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again, and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, O let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, O let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way, as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. Communion with God is kept up by the word and by prayer. In the word God speaks to us. In prayer we speak to him. God had revealed to Abraham his purposes concerning Sodom. Now from this Abraham takes occasion to speak to God on Sodom's behalf. Note, God's word then does us good when it furnishes us with matter for prayer and excites us to it. When God has spoken to us, we must consider what we have to say to him upon it. Observe. 1. The solemnity of Abraham's address to God on this occasion. Abraham drew near, the expression intimates. 1. A holy concern. He engaged his heart to approach to God. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 21. Shall Sodom be destroyed, and I not speak one good word for it? 2. A holy confidence. He drew near with an assurance of faith, drew near as a prince. Job chapter 31 verse 37. Note, when we address ourselves to the duty of prayer, we ought to remember that we are drawing near to God, that we may be filled with the reverence of him. Leviticus chapter 10 verse 3. 2. The general scope of this prayer. It is the first solemn prayer we have upon record in the Bible, and it is a prayer for the sparing of Sodom. Abraham, no doubt, greatly abhorred the wickedness of the Sodomites. He would not have lived among them, as Lot did, if they would have given him the best estate in their country. And yet he prayed earnestly for them. Note, though sin is to be hated, sinners are to be pitied, and prayed for. God delights not in their death, nor should we desire, but deprecate the woeful day. 1. He begins with a prayer that the righteous among them might be spared, and not involved in the common calamity, having an eye particularly to just Lot, whose disingenuous carriage towards him he had long since forgiven and forgotten. Witness his friendly zeal to rescue him, before by his sword, and now by his prayers. 2. He improves this into a petition that all might be spared, for the sake of the righteous that were among them. God himself countenancing this request, and in effect putting him upon it by his answer to his first address. Note, we must pray, not only for ourselves, but for others also. For we are members of the same body, at least of the same body, of mankind. All we are brethren. Three, the particular graces eminent in this prayer. One here is great faith, and it is the prayer of faith that is the prevailing prayer. His faith pleads with God, orders the cause, and fills his mouth with arguments. He acts faith, especially upon the righteousness of God, and is very confident. 1. That God will not destroy the righteous with the wicked, no, that be far from thee. We must never entertain any thought that derogates from the honor of God's righteousness. See Romans chapter 3 verses 5 through 6. Note first, the righteous are mingled with the wicked in this world. Among the best there are commonly some bad, and among the worst some good. Even in Sodom, 1 Lot. Secondly, though the righteous be among the wicked, yet the righteous God will not, certainly he will not, destroy the righteous with the wicked. Though in this world they may be involved in the same common calamities, yet in the great day a distinction will be made. 2. That the righteous shall not be as the wicked. Though they may suffer with them, yet they do not suffer like them. Common calamities are quite another thing to the righteous than what they are to the wicked. Isaiah chapter 27 verse 7. 3. That the judge of all the earth will do right. Undoubtedly he will, because he is the judge of all the earth. It is the apostles' argument. Romans chapter 3 verses 5 through 6. Note, first, God is the judge of all the earth. He gives charge to all, takes cognizance of all, and will pass sentence upon all. Secondly, God Almighty never did nor ever will do any wrong to any of the creatures, either by withholding that which is right or by exacting more than is right. Job chapter 34 verses 10 through 11. 2. Here is great humility. 1. A deep sense of his own unworthiness. Behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, who am but dust and ashes. And again, later in the same passage, he speaks as one amazed at his own boldness and the liberty God graciously allowed him, considering God's greatness. He is the Lord, and his own meanness, but dust and ashes. Note, first, the greatest of men, the most considerable and deserving, are but dust and ashes, mean and vile before God, despicable, frail, and dying. Secondly, whenever we draw near to God, it becomes us reverently to acknowledge the vast distance that there is between us and God. He is the Lord of glory. We are worms of the earth. Thirdly, the access we have to the throne of grace and the freedom of speech allowed us are just matter of humble wonder. 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 18. 2. An awful dread of God's displeasure. Oh, let not the Lord be angry. And again, oh, let not the Lord be angry. Note, first, the importunity which believers use in their addresses to God is such that, if they were dealing with a man like themselves, they could not but fear that he would be angry with them. But he with whom we have to do is God, and not man. And whoever he may seem is not really angry with the prayers of the upright. Psalm 80 verse 4. For they are his delight. Proverbs chapter 15 verse 8. And he is pleased when he is wrestled with. Secondly, even when we receive special tokens of the divine favor, we ought to be jealous over ourselves, lest we make ourselves obnoxious to the divine displeasure. And therefore, we must bring the mediator with us in the arms of our faith, to atone for the iniquity of our holy things. Here is great charity. A charitable opinion of Sodom's character, as bad as it was. He thought there were several good people in it. It becomes us to hope the best of the worst places of the two. It is better to err in that extreme. a charitable desire of Sodom's welfare. He used all his interest at the throne of grace for mercy for them. We never find him thus earnest in pleading with God for himself and his family, as here for Sodom. Here are great boldness and believing confidence. He took the liberty to pitch upon a certain number of righteous ones which he supposed might be in Sodom. Suppose there be 50. He advanced upon God's concessions again and again. As God granted much, he still begged more with the hope of gaining his point. He brought the terms as low as he could for shame, having prevailed for mercy if there were but 10 righteous ones in 5 cities, and perhaps so low that he concluded they would have been spared. The success of the prayer he that thus wrestled prevailed wonderfully. As a prince he had power with God. It was but ask and have. One, God's general goodwill appears in this, that he consented to spare the wicked for the sake of the righteous. See how swift God is to show mercy. He even seeks a reason for it. See what great blessings good people are to any place, and how little those befriend themselves that hate and persecute them. 2, his particular favor to Abraham appeared in this, that he did not leave off granting till Abraham left off asking. Such is the power of prayer. Why then did Abraham leave off asking, when he had prevailed so far as to get the place spared if there were but 10 righteous in it? Either, first, because he owned that it deserved to be destroyed if there were not so many, as the dresser of the vineyard, who consented that the barren tree should be cut down if 1 year's trial more did not make it fruitful. Luke chapter 13 verse 9. Or, secondly, because God restrained his spirit from asking any further. When God has determined the ruin of a place, he forbids it to be prayed for. Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 16. Jeremiah chapter 11 verse 14. Jeremiah chapter 14 verse 11. Here is the breaking up of the conference. The Lord went his way. The visions of God must not be constant in this world, where it is by faith only that we are to set God before us. God did not go away till Abraham had said all he had to say, for he is never weary of hearing prayer. Isaiah chapter 59 verses 1 through 2. Abraham returned unto his place, not puffed up with the honor done him, nor by these extraordinary interviews taken off from the ordinary course of duty. He returned to his place to observe what that event would be, and it proved that his prayer was heard. And yet Sodom was not spared, because there were not 10 righteous in it. We cannot expect too little from man, nor too much from God.